since I'm talking, the other thing that I wanted to address is, the administrative assistant to the city council. I see some of these items that have been listed here, but I want to hear your thoughts on, in the event that any one of us wanted to put together a community cleanup or a coffee. I don't know what your thoughts are in terms of having this person do a little bit more of the legwork for us. My scenario is, my makeup of my office is I have two individuals, one at 3 hours a week and the other one at 12 hours a week. And they both have full-time jobs, and it becomes a challenge. And the truth is, and I hate to talk about it, but they may not have all the skills that are necessary. And that has been a challenge for my office as a city council member, and now as a mayor. And I've kind of relied on Carrie a lot, and part of that is, I kind of feel bad that right now we have a council assistant that's on disability, and I hear that we have one that's coming, but it's not here yet. So it's been a challenge. I'm just trying to figure out the resources so that I can be effective as a mayor.
Well, I think that's what we did in the previous meeting. You've got your personal assistant and you've got your shared assistant. Between the two, that should be able to cover most of your needs.
Look, the bottom line here is, so long as there are resources, it doesn't matter. But I get uneasy when we start defining things. We start restricting, what this person can do. And I'll be comfortable with, the duties assigned, and this is being vetted and filtered through the law. I'm completely fine with that. I've got no issues, but just looking at that, at this at a glance, that's just my initial concern.
Well, and Stephanie, Laura's team has always been phenomenal with overlapping. I mean, it's never been just one person. It's whoever needs to kind of carry the ball. Everybody pitches in and does a little bit. So I think it goes way beyond just the administrative portion.
Right.
Whether it's Kara or, the list goes on with people that come in and support as needed.
Yeah, just the little time I've been here, everybody's been very helpful, not just Carrie. Everybody's popped in and emailed and asked and called and asked, is there anything you need help with and how can we direct you? I hear what you're saying, Mr. Mayor. I just want to make sure that we're also utilizing the staff that we have too with their expertise in all of this, that they might be able to help us more than the assistant here.
And I'm fine with that. I think the direction that I'm headed is we need to leave enough wiggle room so that this staff that's supporting the entire city council can say, okay, so this needs to go to the public information officer because it's a flyer that's being developed. That helps me. And I'd be honest with you, I just don't have the flexibility that many of you do in your day job. I'm a grunt. I'm a frontline guy that sees kids on a regular basis. When I'm in juvenile hall, I just don't have, access to emails and cell phone. So it becomes a challenge. And I'm just asking for help.
So if I can chime in, I would agree with Councilwoman Nguyen. I hear what you're saying, but I think given the fact that the current council assistant was in her revised role for such a short time prior to going out on disability, I'd rather wait till she's back or a new person is in the role and kind of get a gauge from them from what their workload looks like, because if you think about just opening mail and some of the things that are called out here, I don't see that as being a full-time position. So there might be the wiggle room intrinsic in what we all need done, whether we need the support or don't need the support, to because scheduling of appointments falls under a lot of what you're probably talking about.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So long as we make sure everything's on the table. What I don't want is the interpretation by the staffer to say, wait a minute, that's not part of my job duties. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's where Laura, that's why new person's going to be under Laura to be able to make those determinations.
And I'm fine with that, Laura. Just want to cleared up? Because that was just my first reaction. It seems awfully restrictive.
Right, no, we will pitch in as necessary. I mean, and it goes from me on down. I mean, we all roll up our sleeves.
Laura's been pretty good at working in the gray areas.
Mayor, just when I first got on, and I held community events too. I believe it was Carrie that actually set me up in a number of different facilities, locations.
Oh yeah, I mean, Carrie's been wonderful.
Right. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So Carrie did that for me, but yet at that time, Mayor Davis still had Teresa. So theoretically, you would, we have the council assistant, and it's
Sure, and
Laura and Carrie.
yeah,
but-
and that's fine, so long as that there's clarification that in the event that there was a town hall or community meeting, we need support along those lines. Yeah.
Can we leave it as is and then revisit this as the assistant come in? Because I may not need her as much, her or him as much, and others may not, and she may have more time to do all the things that you need her to do. I would assume the assistant would find ways to keep herself busy amongst the five of us here.
Don't you worry, we keep everybody busy.
Yeah. I think how I would imagine this in the way it plays out is the work that needs to be done. I'll ask for help from Laura, and I think Laura has a number of teammates that she can assign to.
Talking to myself and feeling